Finish line. Schroeder, the trigger man, gets it in for Westbrook. 1-point game. Westbrook tosses. George, pump fake. 3 on the way. Yes! Paul George nails it. The Thunder go in front with 3 seconds to play. Paul George has come up huge for OKC. Timeout Nets.
And it was as Allen Crabbe ends up closing out on him hard, but watch it play. Comes into Russell Westbrook and just a quick slip there by Paul George over to the wing. Knocks down the 3-point shot for the Nets.
Ferguson going to inbound for OKC. You got to think Paul George has to get a touch at some point, and he does. The 3-ball quickly, got it, and one! My George! Paul on the job! Incredible!
Now, let me tell you, what a game he has played here in the second half. Now, watch him come off that. There he comes off the screen, and then he goes up right away. You say, well, what happened? Butler was a half a step back. Why? Because the screen is a big screen by Adams. Now, you still have to make the shot. That was an incredibly great shot.
Clutch. Paul George now with 30 points.
Now, remember, I was worried about him early on, you know, in the second half.
George comes back down and now has 30. George gets Mitchell off his feet and ties the game with a 3. Hard screen by Adams. George drives at Gobert and finishes for his 39th point. What do you pass or a shot? It ends up being Thunderball anyway, and a breakaway for George and a stop.
How about that overtime game? 3 minutes left, down 2, and you go with a windmill in transition on an isolation situation against a great player.
Ties the season high with 38. Mitchell, George, double clutches as he nails the 15-footer. And Mitchell gets it back. Shot clock at 1. Ingles got it away in time but couldn't hit. And the Thunder, down 1, have a timeout. They're not going to use it. George with 5. George drives over Gobert. It's good with 0.8 of a second left
George.
To give the Thunder a 1-point lead. Timeout Utah.
And that's why you don't call a foul, right? Excuse me, not a foul, but a timeout right there. You have your best player on the floor right now with the basketball, with obviously an advantage. Paul George coming up big time, double overtime.
An MVP caliber shot by an MVP candidate, split into doubles and then over one of the best shot blockers in the league. Rainbows that one in to give the Thunder the advantage.
Teardrop. That one was up there by the shot clock right there, Dave.
That scraped the sky on the way down.
Wow.
Long time.
Yes, especially with Westbrook and the ball in his hand and Paul George.
No timeouts, Thunder. In and out. 2-point game. Here comes Westbrook. Off to Adams. Westbrook corner. George for the lead. What a comeback! They're going to take a look at it and make sure it was a 3. Westbrook got the assist. It is a 3.
Absolutely.
They've got the lead. Westbrook has a triple-double, and Paul George may have just won this game for the Thunder.
Well, you got to play it out. And that's why I thought it was an advantage for them to go coast to coast with no timeout. See if that right foot is behind that 3-point line for Paul George.
Paul George, his 4th 3. Russell Westbrook with 29 points
By 1. And a turnover. Leonard. Raptors lead it. They ripped DeRozan at midcourt.
Griffin was signaling to Kyle, come up and pressure. Kawhi's long arms looked like he got a piece of it first. DeMar in trouble. Look at the long reach of Kawhi Leonard. One star against the other. Trade partners.
Matched up against Harkless.
They play two-man game here.
Lillard gets switched on to him. Kawhi for the win. Oh, what a roll! Kawhi, clutch.
No timeout. No timeout.
And that's the ball game. Raptors win it. Kawhi Leonard. How do you like him now?
Between the basket, and he goes right for it and the sideline. That is a tough shot because it has to be a swish or you get a lucky bounce like they got right there.
That hit the rim. Let's count it. 1, 2, 3, 4 times before falling through.
Well, you know, he loves that side of the floor. He's been doing it all night long, and he's been throwing the fadeaway like they got right there.
That hit the rim. Let's count it. 1, 2, 3, 4 times.
Right up into him. 5 to shoot. Leonard's going to try another one. Puts it in! Kawhi Leonard! Back-to-back threes! Been getting destroyed with this principle, the switch Cousins on the smaller guy.
Of someone like Quinn Cook.
Leonard to the rim. Pull-up jumper. Got it! Kawhi Leonard taking over here in Game 5.
You got to be aware of the inbounder here if you're Philly.
It's off to Leonard, defended by Simmons. Is this the dagger? Oh! Game! Series! Toronto has won! Fourth-quarter points by Kawhi Leonard. And the game winner, 41 points.